This is a sample independent contractor agreement. Now, who are the parties to this document? Who are the two parties to this document? Well, they're going to be the broker and the salesperson, or a broker could go work for another broker also as an associate broker. So this is between the broker and the associate licensee, either the salesperson or another broker, right? So this is basically an employment contract between you and your broker. Now, a couple questions for you about this. First, what are some things that you would probably want clearly spelled out in your contract with your broker? Well, how about compensation? Compensation is something that you're going to want clearly spelled out between you and your broker. Now, let me ask you this. I'm guessing you probably know this already, but most real estate companies, how do they make money? Well, you go work at a real estate office, and then you sell something, a building, a house, some land. The commission check comes in. Your broker takes a big sharp pair of scissors and cuts a chunk out of that commission check, and the broker eats it. That's how the broker keeps the lights on and pays his or her staff by basically taking little pieces out of everyone's commission. Are you going to want to know what that piece is? For sure. Yeah, you're going to want to know what that piece of the commission is for sure before you go sign someplace. What about fees? This is kind of a common phenomenon. I've been doing this real estate business now 15, 20 years now almost. And a change that I've seen over the last, I'd say probably the last 10 years, really since the recession, is that a lot of real estate brokers are charging desk fees to work there now. Might be something small, $20 a month, $50 a month. Some companies will charge, $800 or $1,000 a month to work there. Some companies will charge you for every time you pick up the phone. If your cell phone's out, you need to make a phone call, they charge you 6 cents a minute to use the phone. You want to make a copy? Cool, it's 4 cents a copy. You want to scan something? It's 8 cents an image. So yeah, you're going to want to know what all those fees are that various brokers charge before you go work there. That's something you want clearly spelled out in your contract with your broker. Let me show you paragraph 11. This is a paragraph about automobile. And if you read this paragraph, it says, associate licensee, that's you, shall maintain insurance coverage in the following limits. Now, let me ask you this. Why do you think your broker would want to know what type of car insurance you have? Well, because you're an employee of the broker. If you're out showing houses one day or showing a building and you, God forbid, get in a little car accident, not only in theory are you liable for that accident if it's your fault, but the broker could also be held liable because you are an employee of the broker. So the broker is going to want to make sure that you have car insurance limits at a certain amount. The broker, if you read on in paragraph 11, it also says, broker shall be named as an additional insured on your car insurance. This doesn't mean my broker wants to drive my Prius. This just means if I get in an accident with a client in the car or in the scope and course of me being a real estate agent, not only will the insurance cover me, but it'll also cover the broker because I am an employee of the broker. Now, this is a little more than you probably need to know for the state exam, but in a couple months, when you and I are no longer together anymore, and you go work someplace, and the broker says, hey, let me see your car insurance, and you got to put me on as an additional insured, you'll know why they're asking for that and the logic behind this because you are an employee of the company. So again, these are things that you're going to want clearly spelled out.